All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, on the Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back at another video. This is going to be the aftermath video for the wild card game played between the New York Football Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, it was definitely the upset of the weekend. I mean, the New York Giants, a wild card team, came into Minnesota, who's one of the top 5 teams in the NFL all year long. They were grittying. Kirk Cousins turned to 5 chains, all that front running per se, just to do Minnesota Vikings things and come up small in the playoffs. They have a long history of doing this. In the 60s and 70s, they lost 4 Super Bowls. They lost Super Bowl 4, they lost Super Bowl 8, Super Bowl 9, and Super Bowl 11 to the Chiefs, Dolphins, Steelers, and Raiders. In 1987, they lose the NFC Championship game after having a big upset over the 49ers. Lose the NFC Championship game to the Redskins. In 98, we all know they went 15-1. Randy Moss rookie year. Had perhaps the greatest rookie year in NFL history. Randall Cunningham having a great year. Chris Carter, John Randall. And they lose to the Atlanta Falcons in the NFC Championship game at home. 2003, they started the year 6-0. Then they go, 3-6, I believe, down the stretch of the year. Then it comes down to the final game of the season. They need to beat the lowly Arizona Cardinals like Josh McCown and rookie Anquan Bolden, and they lose because Nate Poole got his toes down. And we all know 2009, Brett Favre threw the pick to Tracy Porter. 2015, they lose to Seattle after the kicker missed a 9-yard field goal. Of course, I'm being hyperbolic a little bit. And lose to Seattle, and then they had the Minneapolis Miracle, so give them that. I remember watching that play live. I was rooting for the Vikings because I picked them to win, and that was one of the greatest plays I've ever witnessed in NFL history live, just to get slaughtered by the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. So the Vikings had a rough history, franchise history, but the Giants, we've had a rough last 5 years. 2016, last time we were in the playoffs, and we witnessed the end of Odell Beckham in New York, and that idiot and that fool Ben McAdoo, and the end of Eli Manning. We've had a rough couple of years. Saquon Barkley came in. He had a great rookie year, but he's been nicked up last couple of years. Finally got healthy. We have Daniel Jones, who I've always been kind of, I never disliked Daniel Jones. I've never been a big fan of his either. I've always felt like kind of meh on him, But he really impressed me yesterday, throwing for 300-some yards. And he made great plays with his legs. He had 70-some yards rushing. Daniel Jones is a very talented, natural athlete. I remember last year he had a very good one-handed catch. He's obviously a very talented natural athlete. So salute to him. And Brian Daboll, in my opinion, should be coach of the year. You can say I'm being biased. That's perfectly fine. I really don't care. But the Giants, they really impressed me. They shocked everybody. But it's going to end next week. I know they sound negative, and say New Yorkers and New York fans are negative. I just don't think the Giants are going to win next week. But we've had a very good year and something to build upon. Daniel Jones, he's really impressed me. Saquon Barkley. I believe I said last year, should Saquon went out of New York. Should he went out of New York? You don't want him to be like a football version of Dame Lillard, a talented player who wastes his years, being loyal to the soil and all that bullshit. But should Saquon still leave New York? I don't think he's gonna leave New York now, but yeah, I'm happy he's here. I'll say that much. Salute to him and Daniel Jones and Brian Daboll, who definitely should be coach of the year. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you impressed by the Giants? Disappointed in the Vikings? Justin Jefferson. Look, he better be careful. He didn't have a great game per se. Now you can say we're double covering him, triple covering him. Look. The great receivers, Jerry Rice, and look, not to say just Jefferson, Jerry Rice, Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss, T.O., the great Steve Smith Sr., Marvin Harrison, they find their way out of double coverages. They always find a way open. Steve Largent, all those guys always find a way open, okay? And like the great Walt Frazier says, the regular season is where you make your name, the playoffs is where you make your fame. That's not just applicable to basketball, that's applicable to all sports, football, baseball, hockey, all the sports, okay? So next time the Vikings in the playoffs, Jay Jetta, he's going to have to show up and play big, play all-time great. Like Larry in 08 or Steve Smith in 05. He has to play great, all-time great. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. More impressed with the Giants, disappointed in the Vikings. Do you agree Brian Daboll should be coach of the year? Giants fans, are you guys officially sold on Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones, tell me what you guys think. I'm going to see you all.